everyone. This is Haley and
Angie
with Angie and Haley Present. And today we are going to be doing another Q&A. You've been waiting for it. You've sent us in your questions and we picked out a few.
This is from Ashley Renee. Ashley Renee 89 asked, what were each of your family's initial reactions when you two started dating? Do you have a coming out story that you're willing to share?
Well, considering that I had just gotten out of a 1.5 year relationship before I met Angie, I think they were a little bit skeptical in the fact that I was already jumping in again on a new relationship. I think they thought it was a little soon. They were still supportive no matter what. They liked Angie right away, even though the circumstances of when they met her were not good. I was in the hospital. They still liked her despite, that happening. They accepted her right away into the family. It was a pretty great thing.
That's awesome. I'm so glad. I was so nervous when I first met your parents. I was so scared. But
did you like them though?
Immediately. Yeah, immediately. I think I met your brother first. It was under terrible circumstances, but Tyler flew in first and I just loved him immediately, and then your dad and then your mom, and they're just really nice people. But it's a terrifying experience to meet your in-laws for the first time while their daughter is in the hospital because she came to visit you. It's a little scary.
I can definitely understand that.
But they're really nice people, and they have accepted me with open arms and gone above and beyond, and they're super generous. So that's just awesome.
Thank you, honey. I love you.
I love you too.
Are your needs being met?
My needs are kind of being met.
Tell everyone what you're...
I'm kneeling on a pillow cushion so I can be at the same height as Haley. But my ankles are not being met. My knees are being met, but my ankles. It's our little punny joke we got going on. But for my answer to that question, my mom loved Haley as soon as she met her. No question. She totally approved, totally loved her. When I first told her I was moving here to be with Haley, she was definitely very okay, whatever you want to do, kind of, again, like Haley's case, skeptical, because I was just in a relationship where I met the person online and I just up and left and moved in with her without even really getting to know her that well. And so
she was skeptical too.
My mother was very skeptical about.
And how did she take the news of the engagement? You want to tell them how she found out?
She found out on Facebook. I could have swore I told her, okay? But she swears that she found out on Facebook. Sometimes, conversations happen in my head and I don't realize they're not out loud in the real world. So I feel kind of bad about that one. But thank God she loves you.
Yeah, the meeting with her mom went really great. I was nervous too because I was meeting her the weekend of our wedding for the first time. So another scary time. Different scary, but still apprehensive. But she was really sweet, warm, welcoming. She said, welcome to the family after we said our vows. So that made me feel really good.
And my whole family just warmed right up to you, like you were already part of the family.
Yeah, I love her family. Her mom, her brothers, they're all great.
They're crazy,
so I'm really lucky
cool.
that her family is accepting and gave me a chance. Because that's something I always worried about, too, with meeting a significant other's family.
Yeah.
What are they going to think of their daughter being with someone that's differently abled? Not everyone is open-minded. So I was nervous, but I lucked out. I will read this one, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
This one is also from YouTube, one of our subscribers. And it is from Maggie. Hi, Maggie.
Hey, Maggie.
Thank you for your question. It is, What's the best piece of relationship advice you can give? And do you guys have any traditions with just the two of you? I think the keys to a healthy relationship are trust. You need to trust your spouse, because if you don't, there's going to be problems. But also the other key to a healthy relationship is communication. Whether that be negative emotions you're feeling or positive, you need to tell them. And, remind your spouse or significant other that you love them, or thank them for something nice they did for you, or tell them that they look good. Remind them, because those compliments, they really go a long way. At least for me, I love.
It builds the
I love that.
Confidence.
So communication, whether that be constructive or just compliments, those are really good things in a healthy relationship.
And my main piece of advice that I'll always stick by is truly learn to love yourself and to know yourself before you get into a relationship with anybody. Because if you don't, then you'll probably find yourself in a codependent situation. And then that's not usually good. Next question is from Emotion Big Life. Hey, so he asks your favorite song. That's a good question.
Gosh, I have so many. It's really hard. Well, right now, I really like the song Love Lies by Khalid.
Show me where your love lies.
Yes, that's it. I also love a new song I heard on the finale of the show The Affair.
Oh, I love that song.
It's called The Whole of the Moon. Who's it by?
80s.
Yeah,
band.
it was done in 1985, which I'm shocked that I'd never heard of it before, because I'm a huge 80s music fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I just love this
She
song.
is.
It was so poignant for the show.
But Fiona Apple sung it in the show,
Yeah.
right?
No, they did both versions.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then most songs by Katie is a win. Yeah, so those are my choice. I know you said just one, but I couldn't narrow it down. So what about you?
I know, it's like so hard to narrow down. I have like a top 100, and all 100 are like equal as number one. But I'm gonna say Angels Would Fall by Melissa Etheridge.
Good choice.
That's one of my very favorite songs. Yeah.
So thank you for your question.
Fun question. Oh, and Rise by Katy Perry. That's
Yes.
another good one.
Definitely.
And
when the fire's at my feet again, and the vultures all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. Okay, the next question is by
Dana Bell.
named Dana Bell. Hi, Dana.
Hey, Dana.
The question is, what do you all do on a typical day?
So I get up, or Adam the dachshund, our dachshund baby, gets up at 5 a.m.
No, 5.
5 a.m. I usually tell him to go back to bed because that's too freaking early. And then he starts whining again at like 6. So I get up, I see if he has to go outside. Sometimes he does have to go outside pee-pee. But if he doesn't, I feed him. And then we go back to bed. And then he gets me up. No, he doesn't. After he eats, he's good. But I'm usually up by 8 o'clock, and then I'm off to work by 10. I try to get some coffee in me by then. So, and then when I'm at work, then Haley gets up while I'm at work, usually, has her coffee. She can't do anything before she has her coffee.
Very good.
I come home early afternoon, run errands. Sometimes we'll go out and run errands together, get done what we need to get done, grocery shopping, or maybe we'll go out and vlog.
And then the time that she's at work, I'm, checking YouTube, checking comments, responding to comments, doing my morning bathroom routine, which is emptying out my colon before I leave the house, because going and sitting on a public toilet for me is more challenging. I can't be left in the bathroom by myself on the public toilet because I can't hold myself up on the public toilet.
You fall right in.
So I like to get up 2 to 3 hours before I have to go anywhere, just so I can make sure that I go to the bathroom. And that's the truth. That's the honest truth. That's why I struggle with staying anywhere that doesn't have a bathroom that I can use anytime.
That's easily accessible
Yeah.
at all times, because it is. It's a private situation that you need to have access to, and it is something that even I take for granted.
Yeah. So that just comes part of my routine. I don't even think of it anymore. I either just hang around the house, get everything done that I need to as far as personal care before my caregiver has to leave for the night. And I used to have a job. I worked at the YMCA, but it was a little bit it got to be too fast-paced and stressful. And it wasn't a job I could do independently. My caregiver had to do a lot of it with me. And that's not very fun. If I have a job out of the house, I would like to be able to do it independently. So I decided to stop working there, also because of caregiver hour scheduling issues interfered with my job. So I left that job and just decided to focus more heavily and get serious about our YouTube channel. And I'm really glad I did, because we've been pretty successful this year with it.
You've worked really hard on it, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you. You do most of the editing and all the filming.
Yeah.
So
I try. It's nothing special.
Yes, it is.
Just pop up a camera, turn on some lights.
We have one more question.
One more.
Can your knees withstand
I
it?
think my knees can take it. My knees are being met.
And this is from someone on our Instagram named Orioles Fans Unite. How did you know each other was the one?
I knew Haley when I first met her in person. For anybody that doesn't know, we met on Match.com, and we were talking via electronically and on the phone for like a year before we met. Yeah, a year. A long time before we met in person. So the first time I looked in her eyes, that's when I knew. It was like I knew her in a past life or something.
The way I knew that Angie was the one, it was definitely sure in my mind when we met face to face. When she walked up to me, I just felt at ease. It was like we were old friends meeting again. And her eyes were like the brightest sapphire blue. They're so pretty.
Thank you, honey.
She was just very soft. Her presence was soft and sweet, and it just felt like home. So that's how I knew. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you, Match.com.
Thank you, Match. Not sponsored,
but we could be. Anyways, I love you, honey.
I love you too.
Okay, thank you for sending us your questions. We may do this again in the future.
And if we didn't answer your question, check back on our other videos. We probably answered it there previously. So,
all right, thank you so much for watching. Peace and
and
love.
love. Bye.
Bye.